Hey, I'm Brian Goulet of the Goulet Pen Company, and one of the most asked about topics that we get here at Goulet is about heat setting the Ebonite feeds on the Noodler's Ahab, the Conrad, and the Nib Creeper. I'm going to explain what this means, how to do it, and how to get your finicky pen working a little bit better with some simple stuff that you already have laying around. The Noodler's pens have Ebonite feeds, which is different than pretty much all other modern fountain pens, which have plastic feeds. When the feed is set correctly, it does well to keep up with the increased ink demand of the flex nib. But when it's not set right, that's when you run into flow problems that can cause railroading, hard starting or no writing at all, leaking or dripping, or other bizarre and unexplainable issues. It also helps to do this whenever you're swapping between a flex nib and a conventional nib, which I showed you how to do in my Goulet nibs video. It's important to note that giving your pen a thorough cleaning is always a good first step, because that alone sometimes fixes flow issues. So what exactly is going on during heat setting? Drew, can you help me out?
Sure thing, Brian. Now, fountain pen ink flows using capillary action. Starting from the ink reservoir inside the pen, the ink will flow through the feed underneath the nib where it will ultimately make contact with the paper. Now, flow issues can arise when the feed and nib don't make proper contact with each other. Either the nib and feed will have too much space in between them or not enough, which could cause the tines of the nib to be splayed out and ink flow to be stopped right there. Heat setting is the process in which the Ebonite feed, which is essentially a hard rubber, is heated up to the point in which it becomes pliable and can be properly set to the underside of the nib.
Some people use candles or lighters to heat up the Ebonite, and I find that's just too risky and you can damage your feed. I like to use water instead. Just grab any type of a glass dish or ceramic mug and heat some water to just off a boil. You can use a microwave or a tea kettle or something like that to heat it up. Once you've heated your water, take your uninked pen and dip it right up to the grip. Leave it there for about 30 seconds, enough time so that the Ebonite becomes pliable. Pull it out and using your thumb, gently press the feed up to the nib and hold it there for about 20 seconds while the feed cools and hardens again. And now I've just heat set my feed. Sometimes it can take a couple of tries to get the hang of this process, so if you're still having flow issues after doing it, don't despair. You can try heat setting again as many times as you need. These flex pens are a lot of fun, but they can take some tinkering. But knowing how to heat set your Ebonite feed will greatly increase the chance of an enjoyable Noodler's Flex Pen experience. If you found this video helpful, that's awesome. I got lots of other good ones for you. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out the hundreds of other fountain pen videos that I already have. Thanks so much for watching, and right on.